Welcome back, racing fans, to the Sam McKee Memorial Broadcast Set. It's Hambletonian Week. We have plenty of guests with us on site here at the Big M. I'm so happy to be joined by Wendy Ross, content manager and on-air talent at US Trotting. Happy Hambo Week.
Thank you, Jess. It's always good to be back here at the Meadowlands. It's so nice to be with you tonight, so thank you for having me. It's been a busy week, though, for us here. We got here Sunday night, and we've just been, it's busy, but it's fun. Being able to see everyone and go to all the tracks or all the farms and see all the horses that are, getting ready for this week. It's been a heck of a week.
It's been a busy summer. You guys have been on the road. I feel like once July hits, it's already August. Summer's almost over. You guys have been busy, and like you had mentioned, you got here Sunday. I do want to say thank you, and I'm very thankful for all of the content you guys have put out over the last week. You've made so many stops.
It's some early days for sure, but the guys and I, we hit the road and we have a lot of fun. It's nice, and we just hope everyone enjoyed the content that we provided and the kind of that behind the scenes that you didn't get from other places. And so make sure you give them a watch, because this year we kind of had a basis to fit a story for every individual person, with of course the 9 trainers going in. So every trainer has a story, and there's only 8 of the 9 are in search of their first Hambletonian. So we were really happy to be able to cover that.
We're going to talk a little more about Wendy and the coverage from the Hambletonian this week, but they're stepping on the track. Here's Ken Workington with the post parade. Back with Wendy Ross from the US Trotting content manager and on-air talent. Before we took a little break there for the post parade of race number 4, we were talking about the content and the Hambletonian coverage. And there is a story for everybody going into the Hambletonian. I think it is 2 very wide open races.
It is, and I think that was kind of the vibe we got from everyone throughout the week. And it's cool, and it sets up like that. There's no dominant favorite. And here's the thing, I loved having 9 trainers, which is not what we've seen in the couple years past. It's been pretty much dominated with 2 or 3 barns. So yeah, it's really something to look forward to. Who do you like?
I was going to ask you the same question. I do like Celebrity Bambino. I do think it is a wide open race. I think there's a couple sneaky horses that raced well in their eliminations. But before I ask you who you like, I want to know where we can watch all those videos.
There's you can, of course, everything was run through US Trotting on our Facebook and Twitter, and of course our YouTube page as well. All of the videos are up on the US Trotting homepage. So if you go down, scroll through everything, and not to mention just the videos, but what about Ken Weingartner and all of the information he's been putting out, the stories. So it's been a full team ahead kind of effect this week and everything. So you got the videos, but you got all the stories for it's all on US Trotting, so check it out for sure.
Between Ken and DRF and Harness Racing Update and your guys' videos, there is no information missed this week about the Hambletonian going out. What is your favorite part about Hambletonian week?
I think it's just, for me personally, people ask me along the week, they're like, you got a good job, and I was like, I do. I got a cool job. So it's nice that we cover these horses all year, obviously, but it's good to go back and get to see the connections, get behind the scenes, and meet these great horses and hear the stories, and honestly just be able to promote the race for the sport is really something.
Aside from the Hambletonian and the Hambletonian Oaks tomorrow, is there anybody else you're looking forward to on the undercard?
I just think, how can you not look forward to everyone, right? It's such a great card of racing, and hats off to the Meadowlands, of course. They do such a great job putting that great in the Grand Circuit, of course, for putting it all together. I think there's just so much. You're just not going to want to miss anything.
All right, who's your Hambletonian Oaks pick?
So you know this because you texted me midweek and you said, Wendy, send me your picks. And at first I was like pretty true to 2 horses, and I'm not even going to say who they are because I don't want to, I don't want to upset anyone. Right. But then I met Righteous Resolve for Matt Back's beginning of the week, and I loved her. Yeah. And looking at her form coming in, I think she's really sharp, setting up for a perfect in a wide open group of fillies. And then her post 4, once she drew post 4, I said, I'm going Righteous Resolve. And then yesterday I went all week and I said, okay, I'm pretty solid on who I like. But then I saw Winner's Bet, and I watched the trip that he went last week, and just talking with Domenico and seeing Winner's Bet, just seeing the kind of horse he was, I changed it to Righteous Resolve for the Oaks, and of course Winner's Bet for the Hambo.
And he never saw the pylons in his elimination and kept trotting forward. Real quick, while we have a few extra seconds, I believe outriders are the unsung heroes of this business, and I am very thankful, being a daughter of a driver, that we have outriders on the track at almost every single racetrack, and you guys are putting on something fantabulous.
Yeah, of course, US Trotting, we're always looking for the betterment of the sport and how we can help the industry, and this is just something that we worked at. We kind of said, hey, should we do it? And then we put out a feelers, and we got such a big response, so now we're doing it. So it's the end of the month there. We're going to do it. First, it's going to be our first one. So we're going to start out in the Midwest there in Ohio and Columbus. And we have 12 girls, 12 all bringing their own horses coming in. I wanted to tie in everyone from like women that have done it for so long and that really have been staples for the position. And they're going to come in, they're going to be instructors over the 3 days. There's a mix of us. And yeah, I think it's really going to be great. So thank you for mentioning it for sure.
Is there going to be any recap on it?
Oh yeah, it's
Okay,
it's
good.
definitely and here's the thing. We know obviously anyone that's outward, you're not going to teach it how to do it in 3 days,
Right.
but it's hopefully to establish a mentoring program for the industry that we say, we find girls or riders, I should say, they all are girls coming to participate in this thing, but it's certainly open to men as well. But it's we want them to learn the right way, and then hopefully set up a mentor program to learn from the veterans and the other outriders at the current tracks.
Well, we appreciate that because, like I had mentioned, I believe that outriders are the unsung hero of this business, and people don't really know how important they are on the racetrack, whether it's equipment changes, helping a horse turn to the track, or simply catching a loose horse when, God forbid, something does happen. So thank you so much for taking some time to come on the set and getting here.
Well, Jess, I'm sorry it took me so long to get here. As it was, holy smokes, they said it was going to be a little bit of traffic, but I didn't know it was going to take an hour to get a half mile, but we made it.
Well, we wish you the best of luck tomorrow, and we're looking forward to all the content that you guys put out. Race 4 is up next, Kindergarten Classic. For those Colt and Gelding Pacers, here's Ken Workington with the call.